We are all more than capable of saying things with different intentions or different meanings. So when you've not particularly done anything to hurt or offend another person, but they're playing the victim to the point where you feel like you should apologise, it's more than natural and very easy to turn around and use a narcissist phrase of, I'm sorry, you feel that way. And we know ourselves when we're on the receiving end of this, there's not much you can do because they've sort of apologised, but you know that it's not genuine. And when a narcissist is guilt tripping you, we are often taught to turn around and not take on board the false guilt, and just turn around and say, I'm sorry you feel that way. We are all more than capable of sort of saying good luck with that, because we know in some way that it's potentially not going to work out, or the person doesn't deserve it in some way. We're all capable of saying things. With a narcissistic individual, it's a pervasive pattern of behaviour. It's who they are. They are notorious for their manipulative behaviour, and they often use words to gain control and power over others. Their lack of empathy, their self-centeredness, drives them to say some of the most hurtful things without feeling a drop of guilt or a drop of remorse. There's lots of things that narcissistic people say, but here's a few phrases with the narcissist's true meanings. And one of the first of these is when they can turn around and say, I'm just being honest. Now, we're all capable of saying something and thinking, I'm just being honest, I'm just telling the truth. Yet potentially you've just hurt somebody else's feelings. Therefore, we have to take responsibility for the fact that we've hurt another person's feelings. With a narcissist, their I'm just being honest is a statement they use to excuse and justify their repeated hurtful behaviour. Narcissists lack empathy and use this to cover up their brutal honesty without regard to the other person's feelings. Most people are aware enough that even if they potentially think something, to rein it in, because we don't know the entirety of a given situation. With a narcissist, they don't have that filter. They just go for it and then cover it up afterwards. You're too sensitive. We're all more than capable of being sensitive. We're all more than capable of being insensitive. Accidentally saying something and then thinking, I didn't actually mean it like that. I didn't want to offend you. We're all more than capable of something happening to someone and sort of thinking, you might be taking a bit too far. I don't think they actually meant it like that. Narcissistic enablers do this also. However, with a narcissistic individual, and they use these phrases because they are phrases that we can all use from time to time within our life. With a narcissist, again, it's that pervasive pattern of behaviour. And when they say you're too sensitive, this phrase is used to dismiss the other person's feelings and invalidate their emotions, similar to when they accuse you of overreacting. The narcissist is implying that your desires and your opinions aren't important and that theirs are more significant than yours. A narcissist can turn around and say, I never said that. Now, when someone's accusing you of saying something you've never said, it's more than natural to turn around and say, I never said that. And we can also be forgetful. We can also say something and someone says, and we can think, I never said that. And then a few hours later, we're like, yeah, actually I did. With a narcissist, again, it's a repeat pattern of behaviour, and there, I never said that, is gaslighting. It's a common tactic used by narcissists to make you doubt your own memories, make you doubt your own perception of reality. By simply denying something they said or did, the narcissist manipulates the situation to make you feel confused and unsure of yourself. You're lucky to have me. Now, this phrase tends to be pretty much a narcissistic individual's phrase. Yes, they can drive you to a point where you can sort of think, I do loads for you, you don't appreciate it, you're lucky to have me. However, more often than not, this is usually going to come from the mouth of a narcissistic individual, as narcissists have that inflated sense of self-importance and believe that others should be grateful for just simply being in their presence. They see themselves as superior and they expect that admiration and praise and eternal gratitude. It's not my fault. Now, when you're being accused of doing something you haven't done, when you're being scapegoated into taking the blame for something where you weren't even in the vicinity, it was nothing to do with you, you can say, well, hang on a minute, that wasn't my fault. Such as a narcissistic individual cheating on you and then claiming that you're the one that wasn't paying them enough attention. It's like, it's not my fault that you went and cheated. That's purely on you. With a narcissist, they will use the it's not my fault because they refuse to take responsibility for their actions and they're always looking to shift the blame onto others. They have a very challenging time admitting to when they are in the wrong, and they will do anything to avoid consequences for their actions. You're overreacting. Again, an everyday phrase that people can use when a friend comes to you and they're all out of sorts and they can't catch the breath, and you might say, hang on a minute, we might be overreacting, let's just calm down and look at the situation in its entirety. But you're coming with well-meaning intentions and you're trying to help them find a solution to the difficulties that they are in. With a narcissist, they lack the empathy to care for your difficulties, and they've often caused the situation to provoke you into reacting in the manner that you are. You're overreacting is a phrase that narcissistic people use to invalidate your concerns and dismiss your emotions. They don't want to discuss it. They don't want to help you through it. They want to ignore it and claim that you're the one with the issue. Narcissists have a hard time accepting any form of criticism and will go to great lengths to maintain control over the situation. You misunderstood me, or you don't understand me. Again, when you're dealing with a narcissist and you're trying to get a point of view across and they're not interested in listening, and they're twisting the words, they will be twisting the words. So you can say, hang on a minute, I think you've misunderstood me. But you're looking for that open and honest communication to gain the understanding. Narcissists aren't looking for this. They're looking for control. So they will say that you don't understand them because they're going to go all out to play the victim card when confronted with their toxic behaviour. They're looking to get away with their behaviour by claiming it's you that's misunderstood what the situation is. They see any challenge to their ego as a personal attack and will use this phrase to manipulate others into feeling guilty. I'm the victim here. Narcissists are skilled at playing the victim in order to gain the sympathy and the attention. They twist situations to make themselves look like the injured party and you look like the problem. Even when they are the one that is causing the harm, they are looking to avoid taking responsibility. They are looking to avoid consequences for their actions. Usually by blaming the victim as to being the one who is the problem, who is victimizing the narcissist, so the narcissist can gain the sympathetic attention and get away with their behavior. It's important to recognize these common phrases and when they are being used by a narcissistic individual. Usually the narcissist is the one that's caused the issue, and then they are looking to avoid consequences by shifting the blame onto somebody else, by changing the topic of conversation. When you're dealing with somebody like this and it's a pervasive pattern of behaviour, then it's emotional, psychological and physical distance. They're the kind of boundaries that narcissistic people understand. They still kind of blame you and see you as being the awkward one and the uncaring one because they're looking to regain control over the situation. By understanding the true meanings by a narcissist's manipulative language, it's easier for us to navigate relationships with individuals, to recognise whether somebody is trying to help us or hinder us. So when an outside situation has happened and we're reacting to it, and we go and tell someone who says, don't we think you're overreacting, let's just calm down, let's just look at the bigger picture, and they let you talk it through with them and discuss different angles of finding a solution, they said that with well-meaning intentions. When a narcissistic individual says you're overreacting, don't be so stupid, shuts you down, doesn't let you express yourself, they're not interested, especially when it's them that caused that reaction within you. If anyone has any thoughts on this video or any phrases you heard a narcissistic individual saying the true meaning behind it, as there are plenty of them, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much for the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. And if you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon, 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people if you cannot go no contact, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. They'll be in the description also if you'd like to go and check those out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.